Okay, good evening, guys. How you doing? Kevin here. Sorry, 1 second. I think my throat is it's a little bit hoarse this evening, so hopefully I can do this okay. Just bear with me 1 second. I'll be inviting one or two people as well, so don't go away. Okay, and I'm back. Isn't that good? So I just want to invite. Hi, David. How are you doing? Going to be talking about some interesting stuff this evening. Actionable ideas to drive website traffic to your website. So hopefully you can take these away, use them in your own business or whatever you're doing. David, bear with me 1 second. I'm going to invite one or two other people throughout the process of this. If my voice does disappear, I apologise for that because a little bit under the weather. But I said I'd do this, so I just want to get it out there to people so they can do it. We're also going to be talking today about some terminology that I hadn't heard of about it until the day before yesterday, where somebody talked about Google jail, or sorry, not Google jail, Facebook jail. Going to be talking a little bit about that and what it means and how you can prevent it. Okay, but we'll start off, I think, with that, and then go into the actionable steps for the website. Or if you prefer me to do the other way around, let us know. I'm just kind of clicking on a few people here to invite them along. And again, if you find this information useful, please feel free to share it out amongst your friends, colleagues, peers, or people who may have a website and just struggling to get people to visit the website. How do you do it? Well, I'm going to be sharing some of those tips and techniques in the next couple of seconds, in the next couple of minutes. So bear with me as I kind of invite one or two people here. And what's funny about this is the Facebook is so good, but the Facebook is not good. That was from the film, wasn't it? It's so good, but what's not really good is we can't kind of invite people, all in one go. So it tends to be the people at the start kind of get invited, and then as you go down, the people at the end don't really get a look in, and as a result, we can't get the message out to every single person. So let's see if I just do a few more people, and then after that, we'll hopefully then people catch on the replay and you can shoot it out and share it out and all that kind of good stuff. Okay, so we'll see who's working and who's on today this evening on Facebook, and we'll leave it at that for the moment. Okay, so if you do find this information good, we'll wait and see who else comes on board, and then I kick things off. So if you have any questions in relation to what I'm talking about here today, feel free to ask me about them. I will be referring to some notes because of the topic of this. So let's just talk about Facebook in general, and Facebook jail, this terminology that I've heard about. Basically, like most people and most business owners now, they're considering Facebook their business, their platform. And we've got so accustomed to Facebook that advertisers and businesses like to advertise in it, and they almost think that Facebook, their page, their business page, is their piece of real estate. And I want to talk to you about this because this is crucially important. Google and Facebook, any other platform out there, but we are talking about Facebook today, can change the terms and conditions at an instant. Now, they don't have to inform us about the changes that they're making or anything like that, but they can change them at the drop of a hat. And as a result, some people are caught out very quickly indeed, and simply just don't know about the changes. And what Facebook do is they've decided people, like a monopoly, put people in jail and basically hold them in an area where they cannot communicate back and forward with their clients, or they cannot communicate back and forward with their friends, or that whole network has like been suspended maybe for 3 to 4 weeks until Facebook come along and finally release you. Then you can go back into Facebook and say that you understand the terms and conditions. So the reason why I'm saying this is it's very important, because if you're trying to build a business for yourself, or you have a business on the internet and you're using Facebook as your number one platform, I say this all the time when I'm giving training. you don't own Facebook, I don't own Facebook, I don't own Google, I don't own Snapchat, I don't own any of these platforms. So therefore, the only thing that you can do to hold yourself that you have really got security in relation to your own business structure is to build an asset and build a list from that asset. And once you build a list from the asset, then that becomes your real estate. It's just like ranking a website on page one of Google. If it's on page one of Google, and again the terms and conditions can change in Google, and they randomly do this to keep the numbers down, what happens is that becomes a piece of real estate. It almost becomes like a piece of property on the internet. But again, Google can come along and change their algorithms again. And this is what Facebook has basically done, is changing algorithms without informing people. A lot of people have been caught out by it. So they're calling that expression Google jail, or sorry, Facebook jail. I have to be careful about that. So today what I want to do is to encourage you, if you are doing a business or you're thinking of doing a business, not to rely on Facebook. Okay, Facebook is one platform that enables us to communicate back and forward on a social level, that we can communicate all about our cats and our dogs and what they've been up to and all that kind of stuff. Okay, we can do some Facebook Lives now, which is tremendous, and you can go out there and you can promote your business, and you can get a bit of exposure maybe that you weren't getting on the TV. Okay, so please feel free to share out the information, just let other people know about what we're doing here. Okay, so today what I'm going to do is talk about the lack of traffic to your website, because so many people are using Facebook and building their business on Facebook. At any one moment that could disappear, and if it disappears, so does your business. Okay, like the Facebook jail that you're talking about, where they hold you for 3 weeks and you can't communicate. So if people don't know you're there, they fall off by the wayside, and basically can go to somebody else and purchase their product, their service, without you even knowing about what happened. Okay, so lack of traffic to your own website. So I encourage you to build your own website. It's going to take longer than communicating with somebody on Facebook, but it is your real estate. It is your business. That cannot be adjusted. The terms and conditions, well, if you've got your own website, you own it, so you make your own terms and conditions. Okay, but one of the most common things that happens is when people build a website is the lack of traffic that gets to the website. Now, unless you're very good at SEO, search engine optimization, that basically helps you rank your website on page one and positions your website on page one. Now, I can do that, all right. It takes some time. It doesn't happen overnight, but it's certainly, if it's on page one, it's an asset, and it can do that. And you can do different things. You can rent websites. You can build them for a client and basically go to them and say, this is on page one. Hey, lovely. Okay, but it does take time, and it takes energy, and it takes some of your resources in order to do that. So these ideas that are going to throw you really aren't anything get-rich-quick scheme. Okay, I don't believe in that. Okay, but search engine optimization is certainly a way that you can do that. But again, you have to be trained. You have to know exactly what you're doing, and it's always good to have a good mentor. Okay, so if you're doing that and you're focusing on SEO, which is the search engine optimization, I want to talk about that, is what you want to do is you want to go out after long tail keywords. So let's say, for example, that you're working in an area of beautician, okay, and you come along and everybody's going for the beauty area. They're going across or weddings or something like that. The competition level for the word wedding is off the roof now. So you might do your keyword research in relation to your using the Google keyword tool. And what will happen is you'll find a niche within that marketplace. The search volume won't be the same as everybody else is going after. Everybody else is going after the high level. They want to have the high level, and if everybody's competing with that, well, then there's other opportunities that you're going to miss out on big time. So you might go for something like saying how to lose, say for your how to lose weight model. So how to lose 9 pounds by this time. Okay. Now, if there's somebody searching that and saying, I want to lose weight by, my wedding day, if they are searching that, that's called a long tail keyword. How to lose weight by my wedding day. Right. Now, there mightn't be as many searches for that, but if there's enough people doing it, you're going to rank on page 1 of Google. So therefore, when somebody comes to the keyboard and puts that in the keyboard, your website is going to appear a lot quicker and a lot faster than those people that are trying to go after the actual thing. Okay, so LSI is the kind of terminology that we're using for it, but they're long-tail keywords, and you can go to the Google Keyword Planner and do that and go through your particular area that you work in. Hi Graham, how are you doing? Good to see you. Pat, all the way from Portugal. Nice to have you on board as well, Pat. So Pat will know. Pat was a client of mine, and I looked after Pat's. Pat was in the driving niche, so we helped. Pat, you know what the funny thing is today? I'm still getting clients inquiries for you. So come back, would you, please? I'm turning them down. I turned down somebody today. Oh gosh. Anyway, so just quick recap for one or two that join us. You know, Facebook jail is a thing that what's happening is Facebook are changing the algorithms, they're changing the rules and terms and conditions, and basically what's happening is they're holding people in an area where they can't communicate back and forward with people for approximately about 3 weeks until they resolve the issue, just because people don't know what's happening. Okay, so I encourage people to have their website, to have their own website. Okay, so that you have that as an asset. Okay, anything that's else is out there on a different platform like Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, all the other networks like YouTube, we don't own them, so you have to start building a list of people that are interested in your marketplace, and as you build that list up, that's your asset, and that becomes something of value for yourself. So if you're in the driving lessons niche market, okay, you might go with driving lessons, and your locality would be a good one. Isn't that right, Pat? Okay, so focus on long tail keywords. They're LSI keywords. You can find them through the Google Keyword Planner, and you can basically go through that. Okay, so you can tap into maybe not the big. Hi Ken, how are you doing? Good to see you. The big numbers, but you're certainly going to end up on page 1 for doing that. A little tip for you there. Here's another thing that you can do if you have your website. And again, this is all about encouraging you to build your own website, not to rely on Facebook, not to rely on Twitter or anybody else as well. Is to build your own asset, and your own asset is basically your own website. If we're promoting Facebook all the time, there's a lot of people on Facebook, but if you take them off Facebook, you can communicate back and forward with them in a much more personalized level than you could on Facebook. Now you can use, there is other methods that people use, like Facebook Messenger is a big one right now. They're using bots and stuff like that, but I'll talk about that later on, okay? Because it's what we're trying to focus on is getting more traffic to your website right now, okay? So thanks for the thumbs up. If you want any questions, by the way, just pop them in below when I'm going through this, okay? Here's another idea. What you could do is, if you're interested in driving traffic to your website, is start a form on your website. And a form on the website gives people the opportunity to come in and for them to talk about different topics, and you can basically have a load of people, you know, writing content about a particular topic on that website. Okay, Ken wants to be. Ken, I'll catch up with you in a couple of minutes. Yeah, so that's an area that you want to do. Okay, start a form that gets people engaged. It gets people, you know, interacting with you. It gets people to post content on your website, which Google love, by the way. And it helps you to build that community, all-time community where they're sharing knowledge and information. So let's say they're interested in golf, you might start a golf forum. If they're interested in learning how to drive, that would be a driving forum. If you're interested in how to become a pilot, you might have a pilot forum on your website. And all that interaction is what Google are looking for. Okay. Now you could start this Facebook group, okay, and drive traffic to your website. So again, it's starting the Facebook group in order to drive traffic to your website. And again, the reason for that is quite clear, because we don't want to be involved with the aspect of losing all the work that we've put into the building up something. And people are experiencing this right now, right away across the platforms, not just for Facebook, but you know, they used to call it the Google slap back in the day, where somebody would do something, really not know what the problem is, and then somebody would have to be put in, and their website would be deranked and everything like this. So this is really going to help you out, okay? Once you post a blog, okay, on your website, hi Matt, how you doing? Good to see you. Once you post that blog on your website, Okay, then you can post it to what's known as a stumble upon. Okay, stumble upon is I suppose it's another network where basically, you know, Google like it, and they see your content on one website. Well, then they can see it on this other website as well. Now, I want to teach you something that was taught to me a little while back, and this is going to save you a lot of time and a lot of energy if you are writing content for your website. And that's basically is that you can take. Now, I want you to be very clear in this. This is not duplicate content. There was a thing a while back called duplicate content. Duplicate content is where people would take one piece of information, build it down into their website, probably do 100 pages on the same content on their website, and it made it look like that. Okay, whereas what you can do is you can take an article and write it out, post it on your blog, then take that same article and look at places like, you know, Stumble Upon and other places on the internet, 2.0 property websites, where you can take that content that you've written and put it in there and put it in different places all over the place. That is not duplicate content. It's the same content, but it's on different sites. Now, big companies do this, like CNN do this. You've got big major companies, you know, that'll do this over and over again. So the same article, one article, just spread across the internet. Okay, it's going to give you a very good exposure, and also that, you know, Google like this, so it's going to give you really good things to do. Promote a blog post to your email list. You know, so many people, you know, are not really doing this here. You know, it's incredible. And Matt Brack here, this guy here is an expert when it comes to emails. I've got some of your course there, Matt, before, and it's superb. You know, I had a kind of a flashing moment as your friend from Cork said, you know, about how to write copy, and wow, this man knows his stuff, you know. So you can get your blog post and just simply have, once you build your email list, you can basically go on and promote it to your email list. Okay, it doesn't have to be your main focus, but certainly it's something that you should never overlook. Okay, because people like to consume content, and again, this increased leads and sales and things, traffic to your website, which in traffic and the terminology of internet marketing, just in case you're new to it, means visitors to your website and that kind of stuff. Now, this one here could make a big difference. Okay, this one here is a nice golden nugget. Okay, and again, somewhat overlooked because we have all these fancy, you know, things with Facebook and stuff like that. Is a thing called Haro, Haro queries. Now, what is that? Well, basically, what it is an area where there's PR high content people who are looking for information. So these could be newspapers, they could be radio broadcasters, they could be people of that kind of media area who are looking for content. So what they do is they come to this website and they put out questions on business, or they might put out questions on, you know, your niche market, and they're looking for people who have a speciality in that area. Now, if they pick your material which you deliver to them, that itself could be published in hundreds of different other sites from their perspective, which carry a very high value in relation to Google. Okay, so they love that. So it's driving a backlink to your website. So it's basically, imagine if your article ended up on CNN's website because they liked this content, they put it out to CNN, and it drives traffic back to your website. What would that do to your website in relation to it? So it's just something to think about. Okay, it's a referral traffic site as well. Okay, so it's really good stuff. Okay, working on headlines is a good one to do. Now, if you're doing this, you know, you've got to understand copy. Okay, copy is what makes things sell on the internet. So a good example of this would be the Online Marketer's Guide to High Converting High Headlines. Okay, that's a kind of a bit of copy that's going to really entice the reader into what they're doing. So copywriting itself is kind of like the bread and butter of it. And they say that, you know, the headline, people read the headline of it before they read anything else, and it's so true. You know, if you were obviously doing something and you wanted to get attention on the internet, you know, all you got to do is look at the content of what's been happening in the news, like with the, you know, the Trumps and everything like that, fire and fury. You could even have something in that in your headline. It's going to get opened, it's going to get noticed, and it's going to get you large volumes of people coming through to your website. So you can work on the headlines and make sure that the headlines are, you know, capture people's imagination. You can join a community called, you know, Pro Blogger as well, okay, and Copy Blogger, and this is a great way to network with other bloggers and cross promote each other's content. It's incredible how many people don't actually use this, okay? You can use links to your website, relevant links to your website as well, which is also going to help you with the ranking. And of course, SEO is, you know, is a must. If you don't know enough about SEO, I would refer that you find somebody that knows about it to help you in relation to getting your website ranked, because that's organic. You know what I mean? You're not paying for Google click ads over and over again. You're getting free content. People go to Google actively looking for something. They go to YouTube actively looking for something. So isn't it worthwhile that you have the content right there in front of them, you know? And I remember starting out in SEO when I had a DJ business, and we were down around page 57, and the people, our competitors were on page 1 and creaming it, you know. But, you know, you learn as you go. And I did learn a lot about SEO, and I can rank some websites, but you know, it takes a bit of work. So does anything else worth doing as well. Guest posting on somebody else's blog as well is also very good. So if you've got somebody that would be in your niche, maybe that has a very good website, they may be working on it a long time, and they may be experts in those fields. You could become a guest blog for them. You can basically go and promote some of the information there. Become a columnist or a contributor of a well-known website is also another good way. Optimize your existing posts, okay, with your mega tag description. This is a bit of SEO, and again, if you don't know what you're doing here, you kind of need to be trained in that area. Okay, post more frequently. This is a good one, okay, because if you're going to post, what happens is people post the website and then they stop and they post and they stop and they kind of do it sporadically, okay. But there is a guy in the industry, Neil Patel, and he's, you know, of Quickspray, I think that's his website. He found that posting 6 times a week opposed to 5, the blog traffic increased 18.6%. Okay, huge percentage there increase, and you've just got to see the scale of it. So just by posting an extra day, the content that you're going to get to it. Submit your post to Reddit, that'll also work. Mention influencers in your tweets. This is a big one and overlooked again. By mentioning somebody in your blog post, be sure to mention them to tweet to promote your post. Okay, so basically, yeah, you could find somebody of influence, tell them that you've written a blog, go out to them and basically ask them to retweet it. And if they do, you're going to end up with a large amount of traffic to your website, and it will be free. Submit your post to Reddit, and that still works, but you know, you got to do it. I said mention the influences in your tweet. And make sure that every relevant word you can think of on your site is you know, optimized to maximum level. Okay, so there's just kind of a quick rundown of ways to drive traffic to your website. Some of the reasons why you should do it as well. There is a lot more, by the way, than that. I've just kind of gone through a few of them there this evening. But if you are interested in finding out what the rest are, please let us know, and I'll send them on to you. So if you catch this on the replay, let us know. Let us know that you're watching as well. That'd be greatly appreciated. And if you feel that the content was useful to you or a colleague or friend, please feel free to share it out. Before I wrap up here this evening, I just want to say thanks to those that are watching, Ken, Matt. We had other people on here, David, Graham, and some other people as well. So share the content, let other people know about it. They can use it and utilize it in their business. And if you're looking for a list of 39 of them, please leave a comment below, and I'll definitely help you get those for free. Okay, so that's it. Have a great evening, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye for now.